Hello Captains, it's Captain Glyn here, and this is my first video. I'm hoping that it's not going to be a total train wreck, but moving into it, this is just going to be sort of a short tutorial for new players who are just arriving on the game and they're trying to work things out, how to navigate things. And I think one of the main things that people often get stuck on is the port interface. And how the buttons work, how to navigate them, and how to maximize on your proficiency and understanding what everything does from the get-go. So we're going to just dive straight into it, I suppose. So first on the lower tab, or first I should say that these are all of the main kind of access points for everything that you're going to be doing in-game. So we'll start with this one first. This is Tavern down here in the bottom left. And as you can see, it comes up with a brief description of what it offers. Chat with players, manage clans, and mail, hotkey. Pretty vague descriptive bullet points. So we'll go more in depth. So here you have the tab. It opens up on the left here. And you can see in the top bar, you have a list of all of the areas that you can communicate with people, from nation to clan if you're in one, trade where you just initiate trade with people. And here in the upper right of this tab, you can access all of the channels that are available to you. So we've got global, where you can talk to people from different nations, pirates, French, Spanish, not that we often do. Combat news, where you can see people getting sunk or people sinking others, and you can see there are some British players being sunk. We don't like seeing that, but that's a basic rundown of your communications window. Pretty simple, straightforward, nothing exciting, but I've noticed that some people do get stuck on it, so there's that. Next you have your leaderboard, which isn't too important for the new player, because what they're going to be focusing mainly on is cargo missions and leveling up as quickly as they can. But this just gives you an idea of how many ports are controlled by each nation, how many points each nation have, depending on the ports that they control. And this feeds into the RVR and port battle events that you'll be participating later in down the line. By default, you get a warehouse, so you can move things from the hold of your ship into storage so that you're not keeping everything on board. This is another important feature, so when you're out hunting and you're gathering resources or upgrades, which is something that we'll cover a bit later down the line, guns, doubloons, you can move everything from your hold, which is on your main ship GUI here in the center. There's your hold, and you can see my Surprise has all of the essential equipment on board, and I can move things off and on depending on what I want. Next we have the shop. I love a shop, where you can access cannons, consumables, materials, resources, coins if you're a bit short on cash, and that covers the shop mainly. This is your main area of focus starting out, because you're not going to be able to craft the resources and consumables that you need, so you're going to be mainly harvesting doubloons from your kills and reals from the damage that you do, and that most of that money that you're going to be earning is going to be invested back into the consumables that you need to carry on fighting. So here we have your repairs, chain, ball, it's pretty much everything down to a T that you need. What do we have next? We have the auction house. So when you've earned a bit of money and you've leveled up a little bit, you can start looking at purchasing new ships, depending on your rank and the amount of crew that you can have. For example, my max crew is 1,700 because I'm the max rank of Admiral. So I can crew ships of rank 1 or lower. So Victories, First Rates, Lotions, Santissimas, rank 2, Second Rates, Third Rates, Fourth Rates, Fifth Rates, and so on and so on. Starting out, you're going to be looking at 7th Rates primarily to 6th Rates, and then gradually as you level up and you earn some more money, you can start purchasing better ships, or if you are part of a clan, which you more than likely will be once you reach Master and Commander, some of our shipbuilders might be crafting ships for you, but we can get into that at a later date, and we will along the line, because that's coming up in a few more steps. This is Admiralty. This is where you can purchase certain things that you can't normally get hold of in the open world. So primarily what's of interest to many clans at the moment are the ship permits, particularly the Duke of Kent permit and the Santissima Trinidad permit, which allows you to build those first rates in your shipyard. Speaking of which, here I don't have any of these open aves at the moment, but basically this is your window for building and crafting, where you can build these buildings for a cost. You have your shipyard, your forge, your workshop, and this allows you to sort of go above the shop and the prices that people set for the consumables that you need, and you can basically start crafting all of the stuff you need without the need to pay for the consumables. Obviously, crafting costs money, but you can craft more of those consumables, and it just saves you money in the long run, because if you've got more of these resources from crafting, then you can extend the amount of time before you start relying on purchasing the resources from the shop again, which can become quite costly if you're doing it on a regular basis. Next, what's of primary importance, I would say, to new players is your quest log or port quest log, where you will be primarily engaging in economy missions to earn reals. I don't have any here at the moment because I think maybe there aren't any economy rewards here, but normally they appear here in a column, which I'm sure as a new player you've already found out, but if you didn't know, this is where you go to get your economy missions, your battle missions, and your conquest missions. You can earn chests from the hunt missions, which can be opened, and then you get sort of different types of materials and rewards from those. Typically you have to hunt between 5 and 7 targets of any particular rank, depending on the area that you're in. And once you've fulfilled this, then you can claim the chest and redeem your rewards. And this is where you keep tabs of all of those missions, including your economy missions. And when the tick is green, that means you've completed them, and you can claim them in any port that you visit. Next are your outposts. These can be opened once you've earned enough doubloons. You can pay to open the slots, and then you can open them in any port that's of particular interest to you or the clan that you're part of. So here's the world map, and as you can see, there are little ports with golden circles around them here: Great Corn, Belize, Salamanca, Kingston, Lamona Pits, and Morgan's Bay. And that symbolizes that I have these ports open. I've paid for them to open them, and that I can teleport or transport between these ports for a cost. So to transport, it's about 8,000 reals, give or take. and that cost goes up depending on where you are. So I'm down in Aves at the moment. If I wanted to transport up to Nassau, it would be 10.3k. But if I wanted to go over to, say, Belize, which is the home port of the clan, it's slightly more expensive, but that's okay. Yeah, it all depends on the distance. Great Corn again, all in the margin of 10k or more or less. So that covers that. Where are we? Port management. That's mainly for clan leaders and clans that own the ports in particular, so that's not too important for now. Rewards chest. So here's an example of what we have here. Earlier in the week, I fulfilled one of these quests. So you can send that to your warehouse. So it appears there in the warehouse. You can open it, and there I have a medium light sails, master light sails medium upgrade from that chest. You can get anything from this to resources like fir, oak, which help towards crafting later on down the line, but not very much. The best way to do that would be to open contracts in your shop menu, but we'll cover crafting and contracts in another video. That completes the main admin tab for new players. The only other thing left to cover would be your perks page, where the more you fight and the more you engage in battles, the more perk points you can achieve. So here you can see I'm only a couple of, maybe 1,000 XP points, give or take, off from my next point. And gradually you'll be able to build up enough points that you can assign these perks, which they give you an added sort of advantage to any given area of expertise. So here's the full list. You can see you have anything from survival perks to gunnery perks, gunpowder perks, and they all have their own little benefits one way or another. You can see there's a drop down tab that opens up the information on the kind of additional perks, I suppose, that they give you. So I have advanced survival and repair control, both Carpenter 5 and repair control 5. That gives me +9 bailing, -19 urgent repair cooldown. So what that essentially does is it minimizes the amount of time that I have to wait between my emergency repairs in battle. It increases my repair amount by 3%. The repair control, similarly, armor repair crew is minus by 20, so repair by 20, so it uses less crew to repair, which improves the, I suppose, overall spread of my crew management, so I can maintain control of my guns and sails whilst being repaired. And then Carpenter 5, that reduces my repair time by 30 and increases my repair time by 10, so that improves my repair speed, especially if I'm in a bit of a hairy situation where I'm close to sinking, which I often am. That will benefit me in terms of escaping and getting away. And then the last perk, or second to last, is Sextant, which displays my position on the map. You can't see it here because I'm still in port, but once I leave, a little icon of my ship will appear, and I can track that from wherever I am on the map, and I can plot a course to any given port of my choosing. And then Merchant is just a perk that increases my hold space, which means I can carry more stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much everything apart from the redeemables, which these are just DLC packs that I can utilize. This is my flags DLC, which is unimportant, really, just cosmetic. Here's your redeemable window where you can access all of your redeemable ships, your navy connections, which automatically applies. As you can see, there's gift rewards. That's never really anything there. Compensations, never anything there. Reals and grants, nothing there usually, unless something catastrophic happens, like a full server meltdown. But there hasn't been one of them in a long while. So yes, that pretty much covers everything. You can access your progress window here for your XP, for your crafting level, and your rank progress. Obviously mine isn't there because I've maxed out. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that you need to know about the port interface. Apart from, I think I haven't covered this, which is, it speaks for itself really. This is your ship menu, where you can apply your bucks that you can earn from sinking ships. And these again, similar to perks, but they aren't, I suppose, as costly as the perks, because once you earn them, you've got them forever, and you can switch them out as and when you need to, depending on which ones you want. So on mine, I've got treaties on rudder, which improves my turn rate, speed, which improves my speed, hull, reinforcement, which improves my hit points, etc., etc. And here's your upgrade window, which pretty much you can take upgrades from your warehouse, if you have them, and you can apply them here, which again add an increased boost to your overall ship's performance. So if I wanted to, I could get rid of that and replace it with Master Sailors, which would effectively increase my speed by 0.5%. Then you've got your ship paint DLC. You can change the colour of your ship if you have the DLC every 24 hours. Your crew, this is something that people need to remember, but I think the game prompts you anyway automatically that you need crew on your ship, but you can adjust the level of crew that you have, but it won't let you sail out when it's in the red. So as long as you're above, and preferably at 100% crew capacity, then all will be well, and you'll be able to perform pretty well, hopefully. Yeah, I think that covers everything. Again, this was just a basic introduction and testing my streaming software as well, because this is the first video that I've ever done. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one, where hopefully we will be covering more hands-on practical stuff, going out and engaging targets, sailing, gunnery, that kind of stuff. But that is all. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.